So, a couple clicks to get us going. Hopefully, it's going to record just fine today. All right. There we go. Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to LisaBug Yoga for Stamina. That sounds really intriguing, doesn't it? We're in the month of July already, 2026. And in this class, I want to find out some different ways we can work stamina. And it's not going to always mean that we're just going to work really hard, but there's stamina in a lot of ways that we can work in our body physically, mentally, maybe even emotionally, with our breathing, with our posture, with our core control, all of that. So what you need today is a hand towel and your small ball, maybe some yoga blocks too, and a blanket for comfort. And I met a person the other day. I was out at a concert at Lake Harriet, and Esther introduced me to her flute teacher, who then introduced me to her husband, who then was telling Dave and I about these exercises he's doing. And it's called the McGill Big Three. So I kind of looked into it a little bit. And these are for back pain. And Dr. McGee is from the University of Waterloo. So we're going to practice Dr. McGill's Big Three exercises today. And Esther had asked for some low back work and some neck work. And so I thought, wow, these Big Three exercises I've been looking at are for low back pain. So we're going to learn those today. Let's come down into a child's pose position. So you'll come down. I'm going to pad my knees a little bit. And just, your child's pose is exactly that. It is your child's pose. So it doesn't really matter what it looks like. I want you to make this just feel nice for you. And we'll use this pose as a way to just start to center and ground our practice today. It's nice just to take a minute to clear your mind. You've given yourself this gift of the next hour to practice yoga together in the LisaBug community, either live or later on YouTube. So just really let go of any issues going on for you right now, any struggles, any worries, and devote yourself fully and completely to the next 1 hour of yoga practice. And child's pose is a nice position to come to as a restorative place if we're doing more active poses on our hands and knees that you're running out of stamina. You can come to this place. So let's take 2 more breaths here, just normal breathing. And then we'll rise up to our hands and knees. Being mindful of your wrists today, I just want you to kind of rock forward and back a little bit on your hands. And just notice as you come forward a little bit more with your shoulders, you might feel that intensity in your wrists. And my fingertips are lined straight forward toward the top of my mat. I have my fingers nice and wide. Try not to widen your thumb too much because that might cause some problems in the joint of your thumb. Now for today, I want to try this a little bit differently with your hands. So turn your fingers out like they're pointing to the upward corners of your mat. Come forward and back this way, and then that might feel different. That's going to put a little bit more pressure in your thumbs, right? So that might not feel real great for you to have your fingertips turned out, but I just want you to feel and experience this. And then let's try the opposite and see what happens. So turn your hands in a little bit. So now your fingers are pointing slightly inward, and try that. Now that takes a lot of pressure out of my thumbs. I don't know if you guys can feel that. I can kind of lift my thumbs off the floor a little bit. So as you're doing things on the hands and knees, you can slightly place your hands differently on the mat to adjust for any discomfort you have in your hands. So let's come back to neutral with the hands. Take one hand and turn it over for a second and give your wrist to stretch the opposite way. Just hold it maybe for 5 counts and put that one back down, and then turn the other wrist over. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure into the hand that's turned over. And then let's do that twice more on each hand. Turn your wrist over, maybe 5 counts, and switch. Gentle stretch. Good, and switch. One more each side, holding 5 counts. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now come down onto your elbows. You can interlace your hands. This is a nice place to come to if the wrists are bothering you. So I want to practice from here, doing a little bit of a bird dog with one leg behind. So take your right leg, send it behind you, and try to square your hips off. So your right hip's going to want to lift up. So press it down, hold that here, and then maybe take your left arm off the floor and reach it out. So your right shoulder, forearm, and wrist are supporting you. And then let's come back in with the left hand, bring the right knee down, readjust your alignment here, neutral spine, neutral head, send your left leg straight back, level your hip, engage your core, and take your right arm forward. Good. So this is a way we can do our bird dog. Let's come back in and bring the knee down. Press back up to your hands. So guess what? The first of the big 3 exercises from Dr. McGill for back pain is ding, 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 bird dog. Yeah, it's amazing. So what we're going to do here is hold our bird dog for stamina for the core and strengthening of the lower back. Let's go back with the right leg first. Level off the hip. Remember, you can come down to your elbow. Reach the left arm forward, and you're turning your thumb up like you're going to shake somebody's hand. Why is this so great? And we've been doing this in LisaBug classes. It's that diagonal strengthening of the back. So the strengthening is coming from the lower right side of your back to the upper left side of your back. Let's hold it 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. Stamina. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower hand and knee. And then I'm just going to shake out my right wrist and shoulder just a little bit. Take any other movements that you feel like you need to do. Maybe a wrist circle. And then come back to your nice neutral hand and knee. Now imagine you have a yardstick on your back, and it's going to touch your sacrum. It's going to touch the middle of your shoulder blades and the back of your head. Keep that all straight. Take your left leg back. Level your pelvis. So drop that left hip down. Reach the right arm forward. And the arm doesn't need to be high. Just put it in a comfortable position with your thumb up. And notice it might feel like your back wants to sag. So pull your abs in. Engage everything. Tighten your back leg. Flex your foot. Squeeze your glute. Make that leg really active. And breathe. Let's hold 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back down. Hand and knee. I'm going to shake out my left arm a little bit. So holding bird dog is one way we can do it. Moving in and out from one side to the other is another way we can do our bird dog. And this is kinder on our wrist and shoulders because we're not holding that position for so long. So let's start to alternate sides. Right leg, left arm, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch. Left leg, right arm, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch. Now just keep switching at whatever pace you would like to. You don't have to hold 5 counts. You can make it even 1 count and then just go right into the other side. But the idea is the same, and that is to strengthen diagonally across our back and to stabilize with our core. This strengthens the low back. It strengthens the sacroiliac joint, and that joint is on either side of it, joins our sacrum to our pelvis on either side. So there's 2 of those joints, one on the right side, one on the left side. Good. So let's do one more of these on each side. Make sure you're balanced. My last one will be when my left leg is back. And then let's take a child's pose again and rest your shoulders, rest your lower back. Choose the position that feels good for you. Maybe roll out your wrists while you're doing that. Take a couple deep breaths. Congratulate yourself for your great work with our first exercise of the big 3. And then we'll prepare for the second one. So the second one, Dr. McGill calls side bridge. So what I want you to do is come over onto one side and bring your elbow down. Take my blanket out of the way. Actually, I might want to keep it here for my knees. So we're going to learn the basic way to do your side bridge. So we're just stacking our knees and we've got our shoulder right over our elbow. Now here's the big mistake, slumping. So press up so you feel your body lifting up out of this shoulder. I want you to press equally from your elbow to your fist so you feel like your entire forearm is supporting you. And then what we're going to do is lift our hip up off the floor and try to create a straight line with our core. So we're just holding, my hip is just a little bit off the floor. You might need some padding under your elbow. This top hand, you can do whatever you'd like with it. And we're breathing. Let's hold 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, calm down and rest. Let's swing our legs over to the other side. So let me know after class if this particular exercise is bothersome to your shoulders, because I've been trying to think about ways we can modify this. And for me, as long as you can hold this position without any shoulder pain and then just barely lift your hips up for a little period of time, I think we can get the benefit of the exercise without too much pain in the shoulder. But let me know. So you're pressing elbow, shoulder in alignment, push your fist down, and up we go. He calls this the side bridge. That makes sense, right? So we're bridging up from the side of our body, and we're really focusing on tightening our core. We're going to get some work in our lats, in our obliques, in our QL, and those are all responsible for stabilizing and strengthening our lower back. Hold 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, calm down. Okay, I want to go over to the other side again. So, like we did in bird dog, we can hold it or we can come in and out of it, and that might be kinder on your shoulder. So I'm also going to show you another way with the lower body, taking the top leg out, get this all in alignment, prepare. And what we're going to do is come up and down. So come up, set your hip down. Up, set your hip down. I need a little bit more padding for my elbow there. So up, down. 5. Good. And you can be here. 4. Doesn't have to come up high. 3, 2, and 1. Great. Okay, only one more. And if it really just isn't working for you at all, let's talk about it. And I'm going to try to research ways we can modify. Okay, so make sure your elbow isn't way underneath you or way out here. Get it right underneath your shoulder. Stabilize here. Top leg can straighten. And we have 8 lifts. 1. Now you're using your outer thigh a little bit also on this leg that's on the bottom. So you're pushing it down into the floor. So you're doing some hip abduction. We have 4 more. Up. And stack the knees as well. 3. I'm not sure which I like better. 2. And 1. And relax. Great job. Okay, we're going to roll to our back to learn the last exercise of the big 3. And I'd like for you to have your hand towel to help support your neck. Okay, so right over onto your back. I move my blanket out of the way. So this is the 3rd exercise of the big 3 from Dr. McGill. So just a little setup. When you come onto your back and your knees are bent, if your spine is neutral, you should feel like there's some air back here under your lower back. And that is correct, to have that little bit of space. That's your lumbar curve. So in this exercise, we don't want to overextend that. And I want you to notice, if you straighten out both of your legs, your back wants to really lift up if you're not using your abdominals. So we don't want that. But we don't want both knees either for this exercise. So what he does is he slides one foot out to straight. So let's try our right leg straight, our left knee bent. I want you to keep that space underneath your lower back. Reach back and grab your hand towel. And we're going to do a very small crunch without letting your low back push into the floor. So it's going to stay neutral. So let's crunch up, hold it here. So our hold is first. We're going for stamina. So when he teaches this exercise, he likes to put his hand under here. That kind of hurts my shoulder. So you should be aware whether or not your back is touching the floor. And we just want to keep it up in its natural curve. Relax your head into the hand towel. If you don't have one, you can support with your hands here. And let's hold 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come down. Great job. Relax your arms. Switch the legs. So bend your right knee. Slide your left leg out to straight. Keep a little small space under your low back. Reach for your hand towel. Take an inhale to prepare. And do a little crunch without letting your low back come down. Hold for stamina. Relax your neck. Make sure you're not pulling your elbows forward to pull on your head. So elbows are out to the side. And you're breathing normally. Slightly push down into the floor with your right foot. And let's hold 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and come down. Good job. Relax your arms. My arms get a lot of work when I hold that hand towel. Switch your legs. So the second time we do the exercise, just with the other, same as the other two, we're going to do repetitions rather than holding. So press down into your left foot a little bit. Make sure that space under your lower back stays there. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, come up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. We have 8 repetitions. 3. Low back stays off the floor. 4. And the reason is he is wanting to strengthen our back in neutral, not in a posterior tilt. 4 more. Exhale 3. Relax the neck 2. And 1. Take a break, relaxing your arms. Bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. All right, let's get ready for this last set. Keep that space under your lower back. Tighten your core, push down into your right foot. Ready? Exhale to come up. 8. 7. This is really isolating the upper portion of your rectus abdominis. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And relax the arms, bend both knees. And we feel like sometimes after we've done that work in neutral, we need to take a lower back stretch. So let's bring the knees up toward the chest. Just kind of make some circles, massage out your lower back. And then if you have your small ball close by, go ahead and take it. Bring our feet back down to the floor. Bring the ball between the knees. And press into the feet evenly. And then squeeze the ball. So we're not lifting our hips up off the floor yet. We're in a neutral spine on the floor. And this is not a part of the big 3. So we finished the big 3 exercises. We're going on to some more stamina strengthening. So we're pressing evenly into the feet, into the ball. And now let's lift our hips up off the floor any amount. And we're holding this. So we have stamina for our inner thighs, squeezing in, stamina for the glutes and hamstrings, and for our breathing in and out, nice and rhythmical. Now you get to pick how intense you want to make this. It doesn't matter to me how hard you squeeze on the ball. I just want you to activate those muscles in a way that you can hold this and have some stamina with it. And we'll hold 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down with the hips. Relax the inner thighs. You still have a hold of the ball, but no longer pressing in. Couple deep breaths. Now we'll go into repetitions for 8. Holding the squeeze of the ball, let's lift and lower the hips away from the floor for 8 and down. 7. Consistent squeezing in. So isometrics on the inner thighs while you're moving through the hips and glutes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down and rest. So we had a consistent pressure inward and lifting up and down. Now we'll do the reverse of that. So we'll release the pressure on the ball just slightly, lift up into your bridge and hold it there. Now the movement is to squeeze in and release the ball 8 times. Push, release. 2, 3, 4. Hips up. 5, 6. 2 more. 7 and 8. And relax down. Great job. Okay, keep the ball between your knees, anchor your elbows, and do a little bit of a windshield wiper. So you're just going to go back and forth, and you're feeling the ball kind of rolling along your legs. If that's not working for you, you can take the ball out and just do a little bit of windshield wiper. Just want to release any tension in your lower back here. And then we will bring our knees up to tabletop with the ball between our knees. So what I want you to do now is push your lower back down into the floor and try to lift your tailbone up and down. And you're lightly squeezing the ball. Lift and lower. So this is a little baby reverse crunch. So we're activating our core by tipping our tailbone back and trying to lift our knees toward our chest. Let's get 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now bring that hand towel, hold it here. As we do that exercise, we're going to lift the head and shoulder blades up. This is called a compound crunch. So the ball comes toward us, we lift, lower down. 2. Stamina for the core. 3. Squeezing the ball lightly. 4. Elbows out. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Relax your head, relax your feet, take a break. Any movements that you want to do here is terrific. So we'll anchor our elbows again. Bring your knees up to tabletop. If it hurts your lower back, then I want you to bring them way in. This will feel better. Or you can keep your feet on the floor. Either way, squeeze the ball lightly and tip your knees over to the right just a little bit. So now you're on your right hip. Your left hip just lifted off the floor. And we're going to hold this for stamina. So we're not bringing our knees all the way down and relaxing. I want you to hold your knees in this position and feel your core doing the work. Squeeze the ball with your knees. 10, 9, 8, breathing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come back to center. Rest your feet down and relax. Take a breath or two. Do any movement that feels good for you. Maybe a couple more of those windshield wipers or lift up into bridge a little bit. And then we'll repeat to the other side. So we have our elbows braced. Our knees come up. If you have low back pain, really pull them up here or keep your feet on the floor. Let's drop the knees over to the left slightly so your right hip lifted up. Your shoulders are down and braced. Squeeze the ball, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Set your feet down. Let's remove the ball. Bring it over here off the right side, and I want you to drop your knees over on it. And I kind of lifted my hips up a little bit, and you're going to rest your knees right there on the ball, holding a twist. So what I want you to try to do, and this is pretty subtle, but I want you to try to push your knees down into the ball and hold that. Do you feel that contraction through your core? Breathe and hold. 10, 9, 8. Push down into the ball. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slightly relax. Okay, we're going to do this with our hand towel here. Slightly push down into the ball, hold it, lift your head up and shoulder blades and down 8 times. 7. So you're pushing into the ball just slightly while you're adding an oblique crunch. 4, 5, 6. Stamina for our core, guys. 7, one more. 8, relax. Great job. Take the ball, bring your knees up, situate your hips back to the middle, set the ball over to the left side, and I like to pick up my hips a little so I can get my knees all the way onto the ball. Both of your shoulder blades should be on the mat and push into the ball. Push, push, push. Hold it. 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep pushing down. 4. Try to flatten the ball. 3, 2, relax. Whew. Subtle, but I can really feel that work. Okay, grab your hand towel. Slightly push into the ball so you feel that engagement. Lift up and crunch. 8. This is a small movement. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Great job. Grab the ball. Bring your knees, everything back to neutral. You can set the ball away and then hug your knees right into your chest. Hang on just a second here. Okay. All right, knees into the chest. Maybe some little circles for the low back. And then we're going to get off of our back and come back into our child's pose position. So take your time to get there. Knee padding. So we're going to do either your child's pose in an extended position or puppy pose or a downward dog. You know, everyone really enjoys different positions here. So here's one option, stretching the shoulders, or let's tuck the toes under, lift our hips up into that downward dog, and press our heels down. So just stretch. You can also do your down dog with your hands on a chair. And let's hold our breathing. Another option is to come down to your elbows for a dolphin pose. And we're going to hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Great job. Okay, let's do a thread the needle. And I typically always start with my right arm, so let's start with our left this time. Let's reach the left arm up, stretch, inhale, thread through. So our request today was neck and lower back. So those are the two areas I want you to concentrate on when we hold this pose. You have your head turned to the right, and your neck is in a little bit of a side angle here because we have our ear down on the floor. If you can't quite get it to the floor, you could maybe put a block under there or a little pillow or something so you can relax. And we're twisting through our spine and stabilizing through our pelvis. And let's take 3 deep breaths, filling the lungs. Great job. Use the strength of your right arm. Push yourself up, slide that hand out. Pause in the center, maybe do a little bit of movement here or a cat and cow. And then we'll lift the right arm up this time. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, reach that hand through, and then get into a nice position with your neck stretching, your spine rotating, your lower back stabilizing. So even though this is a restorative pose, in a way, we are still working stamina. Stamina to hold this position, to breathe through it. And sometimes it's stamina for our mind, just to relax and not to be working constantly. 3 more deep breaths. All right, let's press into the left hand to bring yourself all the way up. Maybe a little bit of movement through your spine, cat and cow. And then we're going to step our right foot forward into a kneeling lunge. So take a little step there. And then come up. If you need maybe blocks, I like it with 2 blocks. I can support on either side of my body like this. You can have your hands on a chair or just place your hands right on your thigh. So we can work stamina many different ways holding this kneeling lunge. We want to open up the back hip flexor. And what I want you to do is think about stamina of the front leg holding this position. And I want you to feel like you're pushing your foot out. And that's going to activate the muscles of your quad really nicely. And we'll hold this 10 seconds. You can do anything else you want to do with your arms if you wish. Breathing, squaring off your hips and shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now your left hand's going to come down, find the mat or maybe your block, and twist open to the right. Your right arm can come up, or you can put your hand on your hip or wrap it behind your lower back. Use the muscles of the back of your spine to hold this twist. Take your gaze up, rotating the neck and holding 10 seconds. Try to still push your right foot forward into the mat just a little bit. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come out of the twist. And then we'll do our front leg hamstring stretch here. So you can use blocks or put hands on the floor, straightening this front leg, shift back. Now, if you feel a nice hamstring stretch way up here, that's where I want you to stay with a neutral spine. Or let's investigate where we can take this on this side. Toes are pulled up. We're breathing, holding for stamina in our flexibility. Find a nice equal ratio breath pattern so you're inhaling and exhaling in a smooth flow. Maybe 3 or 4 counts to breathe in and 3 or 4 counts to breathe out. So right now our leg is directly out in front of our hip on that side, or it should be. But what I want you to do is slightly walk your heel across to the left. So I'm going to push down into my blocks and just move my foot across a little bit. Now that's going to lengthen through your IT band. If that doesn't feel okay, back off on it a little bit, and let's hold here 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take it back to the midline, and we'll do the opposite by taking it out to the right a few inches. You might want to bring both blocks into the middle, and let's hold here 10 seconds. So you have a little bit of transverse abduction of your leg while you're holding this stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we can slide the right leg back into position on the knees. I sure do like the 2 blocks for this. It really does help. Let's take the left foot forward and then come up into our kneeling lunge. Your right hip should be behind you slightly. You can support on blocks, on a chair, up here on the thigh. Open up the right hip flexor and then push your left foot forward a little bit. It's just enough to engage the quadricep muscles. It's not really hard. It's just a small amount to activate the muscles. 3 deep breaths. Tighten your back leg glute a little bit. Arms in any position. Excellent. Let's come down with the right hand to the floor or maybe to a block. Twist to the left. Hand can be anywhere you'd like it to be here. And then I want you to really rotate your spine. Turn your head and look way behind that left shoulder as far as you can for neck mobility. 10 seconds. Pull your abdominals in, breathing smoothly. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come out of the twist. Let's slide that front leg to straighten. And I got to do it always slowly so my knee doesn't bite on me. Okay, so the first set of this, we're going to have the leg straight out from where it attaches at the hip socket. Pull your toes up. Just find a gentle stretch. This doesn't have to be crazy, deep, and intense. And we'll hold here 10 seconds. One more breath. Okay, now we're going to slide our heel to the right a little bit. So it's going to go across our body slightly. Oh man, do I ever feel the difference in that. Woo, holy smokes, let's hold. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bring that heel back to the midline. And then step it out a little bit. I'm going to bring both of my blocks to the middle. And when my leg is out, I can go lower. Let's hold. 10. Keep pulling your toes up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide your leg back. Okay, we're going to come down onto our belly. And then this hand towel that you have, you're going to be able to use it to set your forehead on it. So come all the way down. I'm going to bring my blocks out of the way. Get comfortable. And we can also make a pillow for our forehead with our hands here so that we're just relaxed in this position. Now, a wonderful back strengthener, come forward so I'm not off the mat with my feet, is a single leg raise. So straighten your legs nice and long and try to lift your right leg off the floor and keep it as straight as you can. So you're not bending from your knee, you're lifting from your hip. Holding 10 seconds. Stamina for your glute and your low back. 5, 4, 3, 2, come down. Great job. Now, if that hurts your lower back, just lift it a little bit just to activate the muscles. Okay, left leg. Bring it up. Hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower. Now at your own pace, alternate those leg raises. Right leg comes up and down. Left leg comes up and down. Just a few. Good. One more on each leg. Then take a break. If you feel like your low back really needs to stretch, take a second and push back up to your hands and knees. Take a cat stretch or a child's pose. Otherwise, just relax here. Okay, now take your hand towel in your hands. You have your forehead on it. Keep your elbows down on the ground and then rotate and lift your right elbow up. So you're lifting the shoulder blade up and then set it down. Do the other side. Up and down. Without the hand towel, you can do it as well. Just bringing your fingertips to the forehead. One more each side. And relax. Okay, let's take a neck stretch. So turn your head all the way to the right. Relax your head down and just hold here. You can bring your hands next to the side of your body if you wish. This is a reverse Shavasana. So this can be pretty intense of a neck stretch. So if you need to lift your head up a little bit and don't turn it quite as much, that is okay. Let's hold it 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lift up with your chest. Bring your head back to neutral and try to hold this here. You can even lift your legs up a little bit. So this is our locust pose, holding 10, 9, 8, strengthening the back, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and as you come down, turn your head all the way to the left and relax your head down and breathe. This side feels so much easier than when I had my head turned the other way. One more breath here. And then let's come back up again into our locust, lifting your head up, lifting your chest up, maybe lifting your legs up. You can even slide your hands underneath you a little bit here. And let's hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the chest down. Use the strength of your arms to push yourself up and back to your child's pose or cat stretch, taking a break for your back. That's a lot of hard work. It is. Okay, so we're going to stretch our hips now. And if you like pigeon pose, then you can bring one knee forward here and take this into your pigeon. If that doesn't feel super great for you, let's roll over to the back. I'm going to roll over and let's do our figure 4 stretch. So I'll give you time to set up there. Okay, I'm going to set my timer here on my watch. And we are going to hold 2 minutes on each side. So if you're ready, cross one leg over for figure 4 and let's begin holding. So this is kind of on the short side for a yin pose. Yin poses are held between 2 minutes and 5 minutes. And 5 minutes is a long time to hold a stretch. But we can manage 2 minutes. But in a way, this is stamina of our flexibility. And over time during the month, I want to pick some poses that we can hold longer for stamina. Maybe even up to that 5-minute mark. We'll see how we're doing through the month and what kind of feedback I'm getting from everybody. Come back to that equal ratio breath flow. Relax. Find a comfortable edge here. All right, good. We're at 1 minute. We have 1 minute to go. I like the Ujjayi breath here too. It's very calming. You kind of constrict the back of your throat as you're breathing, especially during the exhale. It helps you slow the exhalation down. It's a very relaxing breath. Sometimes called the ocean breath or the whisper breath or the Darth Vader breath. Okay, we have 15 seconds. One more deep breath in. And then relax. Take any movement in between sides that you'd like to do. Like to give you a little bit of time, especially if you're in pigeon, because that takes longer to switch legs. Okay, let's get ready for the other side. I'll reset my timer in just a few seconds. Okay, beginning our 2 minutes. So sometimes we really notice right away that, oh wow, this doesn't even feel anywhere near what it feels like on the other side. And those are some good things to pay attention to, just so that you know your body, maybe areas that you are tighter than others or stronger or have a different range of motion or abilities. And it's all good. We're never judgmental about it. We're just recognizing it, that we can modify things appropriately on each side of our body. Slow, smooth breath. And we have 1 minute to go. Just feel the muscles lengthening and relaxing. If you need to come out sooner, that's okay too. And our last 30 seconds. Good. 2 more breaths. Good. And then let's slowly come up to a seated position, and we'll finish with our hand towel and our nice neck stretch today. All right. So just a comfortable position, doesn't have to be sitting cross-legged. You can sit up in a chair, anything that you would like, and we'll bring that hand towel across the back of the neck. We'll start by taking the right hand to grab the left side first, and then the left hand crosses over on top. We'll bring the left or the right side up over the ear, and we'll pull the left side across and tip the ear over to the left with a little bit of rotation. And let's hold. Breathing deeply. Never having any pain here. The hand towel should make you feel really supported in this neck stretch. Last breath in. Exhale. Bring the head back up and lower that arm down. Make a switch so your left hand crosses first. Right hand's going to go across the top. We'll pull that side up and the right side across. Tip your head to the side and slightly rotate. Oh, that's lovely. Holding, keep your core engaged. Breathing deeply. Good. One more breath in. Exhale. And raise it back up and release. Let's finish by dropping the chin to the chest. If you'd like also, you can interlace your hands and press your shoulder blades apart. One more breath here. And then we'll rise up, stretching the arms up. Reach toward the sky. Open and close your fingers 5 times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press the palms together. Drop the thumbs into the heart as we pause to celebrate our hard work today, as we pause to celebrate Nancy's birthday, and we surround her with the love of the LisaBug community. And the joy that resides within my heart honors the joy in the hearts of each of you. Namaste. Nicely done today, everyone. I hope you can stay along and chat. Let me know what you thought about the big 3. If you can't stay, let me know. Liz says hi to everybody. She's doing her food pantry runs because they're closed over the July 4th holiday. If you have to scoot, have a happy 250th birthday of America. Okay, let's get our recording shut down here and we'll visit. Well, it looks like my recording already shut off. That'll be interesting when that cut for us. I don't know. Hopefully we got a recording today. We'll see. Okay, bringing the volume up today. Okay. Great work. Well, we have Chris, you're unmuted, so let's chat with you first. How did you feel today? Good. Okay. Nice. That's great. And if you weren't here on Tuesday, I just wanted to say Chris told us that she had a word that was on her heart, and her word was anchor. And Chris said that the Lisa Bug classes are like her anchor for the rest of her day and whatever she has in her life. It's almost like I pictured an anchor, but I also pictured spokes of a wheel where in the middle was, the center, and then all the spokes went out to all the other things that we do. That was kind of where the Lisa Bug classes reside too, just to make us strong for everything we need to do in life. So I wanted to share that, Chris. Thank you so much. You're welcome. And there's Nancy. Are you able to talk, Nancy, or is your camera gonna, or is your microphone gonna be off? It's not gonna be on for you. Well, we just want to tell you how much we love you, and I'm so glad you could be with us today. I hope you had a good birthday. We can't ask you what you, oh, there she is. Yay! What did you do for your birthday? That's the best thing ever. That's great. Well, we thought about you. We wished you happy birthday on Tuesday too, but we didn't see you online with us. Yes, please. Okay, in front. Nice. Yeah, I'll play with that a little bit and try that. I think that's really good. And matter of fact, I saw an exercise like that, Nancy, where they were on the side and they had that hand and they were doing a little bit of a push up. So it was almost like working the tricep of the arm not the one that was under, but the one that was over. So maybe we can kind of add that in as well. That would be terrific. Oh, it looks like Linda had to wave off, so I'll chat with her a little bit later. So good, Nancy. Thank you for that feedback because that's kind of the things I want to, as we're using these exercises. Did everything else feel pretty good on those big three? Very good, very good. Well, happy birthday to you. And Chris, since I already talked with you, I didn't ask you, how was the big three? Did you have anything that was an issue? Okay, okay. Yeah, very good. Okay, so that's a couple, two different things we can do with that other arm. That'll be great. Good. And a big welcome back to Judith from Norway. Happy 50th anniversary. How did everything go for you? Oh, good. Oh, shoot. Excellent. Good. And how was your stamina for all of the walking you had to do and everything? Good. Oh, that's wonderful. That's great. And I'll be excited to meet with you one on one. Are we good for Monday, the regular time? Oh, we do. Okay, I'll look at my calendar and check that. I might have put it wrong on the schedule, but I'll text you and we'll make sure that we're all set to go. Um, I think they're just closed on the 4th, but they are open on the Monday. Is that correct? Nancy's nodding. So I think they're just closed on the 4th of July, which is, what is that? Is that Saturday? Must be. I think it's just closed on Saturday. So if we could do Monday, that'd be great, but I'll text you. That would be great. Well, welcome back. We're so excited to have you back with the group. That's great. And I wanted to go to Esther and say, Esther, thank you for the connection. It's amazing little things in life. You meet someone and then it's just the connections are amazing. And I think I told you or last week when I met or Tuesday, I guess, when I met your flute teacher, we just felt like we had a bond just because my daughter played flute. So we had things to chat about. And then Dave started talking to the husband because they were into exercising. And then this big three came up. He said, I do the big three every day for low back pain. And my ear went, if there's something else we can do for that, I want to look into it. So thanks, Esther. That was very, very neat. So, and how did everything feel for you today? Good. Thank you. Yes. Okay, excellent. Well, I was excited that the bird dog we've been doing for years now, and that was part of when Nancy sent me the In Pursuit of Longevity article a few years ago. That was one of the big ones. So we've been doing it, but it's just really good to have that just feedback again that we're doing the right thing, and for maybe different reasons, which is nice to see other ways that it's good for our body. So that's great. Esther, how was your shoulder, like Nancy mentioned, on the side plank? Okay, okay, yeah, okay, excellent. That's good, terrific. And Mr. David, I thought about you and the lumbar area of your spine throughout class today. So I'm hoping that at least some of it you were able to kind of put in there. That's great. Excellent. How did you like the big three? Was that shoulder thing doable for you? Okay, excellent, excellent. And how are you now getting on your belly doing some of that spinal extension? Is that too much on your low back right now? Terrific. Excellent. Any fun plans for anybody for the 4th? Stay out of harm's way. I know they've got the fireworks back going down the street from us here at Betts Park. And my street is, I can't even see. It's so smoky by the time that thing is over. So I think we're going to go somewhere else. Yes, that's come back this year too. So guys might remember, but a few years ago there was a shooting after the festivities, and a young man was killed. It was just right down from here, just across from. We're only 3 blocks from the police department, and so they kind of stopped doing things for a while, and it's gradually getting going again. And I think the parade is going as well. I'm not sure the exact details, but in the morning on the 4th, I think. So that'd be fun to see. I love parades. Brings me back to my youth of when I marched in the parade in gymnastics and did back handsprings in the street. And I had to dodge horse poop. So yeah, I think we're going to go out to Mystic Lake and see their fireworks. We'll see how that goes. St. Paul Peterson and the Minneapolis Funk All Stars, they do all the songs of Prince and Morris Day and the Time. We like to see them. So they're going to do a free show and then some fireworks. So if anybody wants to go out, I think that's where we're going to be. So, but I'm excited for our get together on the 17th. I'm really excited that Amber is coming. I just thought, well, I'll invite her, but I don't know if she really will because she doesn't know us. And she was just all over it, bringing pictures of Joyce. So I'm really excited. That's going to be a fun time. So I hope everybody can make it. It'll be terrific. Great. Well, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Have a wonderful weekend and 4th of July. And then we'll hit it again on Tuesday for some more stamina. Okay, sounds good. Take care, everybody. Love you lots. Happy birthday, Nancy.